Hey, Fitzy back at you. I'm here now today, going to work on hooking up a steering column to the rack and pinion in the Mustang, so stick around and... Okay, let's get started. As you can see, I got the column. I got to cut that off now, and I got to make a D-shaft out of it, and I got to run it from that there, so I got to join that from there to there. I have the whole column up today to do that. But over here now, this is what I got. I already showed you. I got the remains of this piece here. This mounts right to the rack and pinion. And it's only going to be short, and I got this piece here. Now it's not a D shaft, it's a square one, so I'm going to modify it to see if I can make it fit this here. I have a piece of D shaft here now to go by, so I'm going to dig that out and get started on it. So let's start grinding. Okay, we got them all straightened away. Got them all cut for D shaft. I'm pleased with that. It's amazing. When you got the right bit, it doesn't take no time. It took me no time. I was expecting that to be harder than it was. Now, I got the column hauled out, as you can see here. I was a bit concerned about having these lining up on a thing, but I realized up here on this end of the column, this is on a spline, so I can rotate, I can clock the wheel, the center of the wheel after the fact. It's going to be kind of hard to set all this up. So what I got to do now is I got to cut this off and make a D shaft out of this. Now I have D shaft here. Like I could go through the troubles of taking apart this column and putting that up inside there and putting a sleeve up here inside the column on that, but that's a lot of work. So I'm going to try my hand at just cutting the D shaft on this here. I got to cut it off about right there and then put a D shaft on it. Much the same as what's done with that, and that's what they call the D shaft. Okay. So I'm going to try my hand at that now and see what I come up with. And if it don't work, I can always
finances? If you're struggling to repay your debt, know you're not alone. I'm Nancy Sneddon,
Alright, so here's what I come up with for measurements. All I did is took a piece of tape and I found my center and I got that marked, so I'm using tape as my guideline in here and marking down the two sides. And I got this other piece of tape now so I can cut in here. So I'll cut this in here first and I'll know I got to come to here and here, and I'll just peel this tape off and then it'll be left with two lines and I'll just cut out, leave everything on the tape. The issue I had was down on this end, at the wheel. You just keep rotating on me. See? And then I use them would not be in the place that I wanted, so what I come up with is I use this as a counterweight. I put this in there, I laid that wherever I wanted to, and just laid that there, and the wheel stayed steady. So I just rotated that to there, and the counterweight held it all straight. So I'm going to go now and see if I can butcher that up. Wish me luck. And there you have it. That's one side done. Don't look that bad. It's a bit of an angle there, but I think that will work out. Now I'm trying to duplicate the other side and see what I come up with. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and mark that out and cut the other side, and I'll show you what I got. So there it is. 1D shaft. It's not perfect. Seems to be working pretty good. I went and put a notch in so the bolt will go through it. I'll bolt this onto it now and I'll show you what it all fits like. There it is, all tightened up, nice and solid. There's no play in it whatsoever. Lots of room there for it to tighten up even more if I need be, right? But it worked out. There's lots of shaft in down through it. There's lots of clearances there. So I'm pleased with it. I'm happy with that. Alright, now I'm going to put all this back together again now, put it back in the car and figure out the other end of it. Make it all work, hopefully. Let's see where this goes now. Issues. I'm not happy with the angle of the steering column, so I'm addressing that now. But I figured I'd show you this. This is the way I made the column. I had to take it apart, and this is one of the advantages of this. All I had done is there's the shaft, there's the upper one that's already set up, that's up inside the column, which you can probably look in here and see. I've done a video on this a while back, but it was only photographs. So this one here I got welded on. As you can see, and that goes up and rests up on the bearing up the top side of it. And then the bottom one here, this is all it is. Just pieces of steel, and I welded it together and grinded it all off. There's only a washer on this side that I grinded off so the bearing could turn. Right, it's all homemade stuff that you can do yourself. And then this little piece takes an Allen key, and I just slide that up there, and where I'm happy with it, I'll take the shaft out and tighten it up. And this just slides up the side there like so. And you can see where the rivet hole was too, where I had the rivet here. And so what I'm going to do there now is I'm going to cut off another little bit and slide this up further into the column so I can get more of an angle on the universal. Alright, just wanted to show you that so you can see what way the column is done in it and let you know what I'm up to. And there you have it, all shortened up. I got 3/4 of an inch. I figured taking out. You can see I got the rivets now put inside. They were out here. Well, it's too close to the bearing, so I moved it up inside by the car, but it's all brand new again there now. Easy setup, easy to adjust. Now I just got to cut these back and get this working and then test fit it on the car. Try it again, I suppose. Okay, as you can see, that's rotating good. Everything's working good. I got it done. Of course, I had to shorten the column coming out of the firewall. That worked out. It was in too much of an angle, and I was getting a little bit of a bind there. Nothing was touching, but the angle of the universals was off. The one thing I noticed that I don't like is the up here, this universal and this universal are not clocked. This D shaft is a part of this rag joint belonging to this universal down here. The problem is the D shaft is not square with this one here. It's on a bit of an angle. Why? I don't know. But because of that, when I put this on, it's on a bit of an angle. Both of them are not lined up. You should always have them lined up. That's usually for drive shafts. Now, if it's a steering column, I've had them off angles and everything on these and steering columns. As long as they don't bind, you got lots of clearances, you should be fine, right? But I got this straightened away and I'm happy with it. I may address that, I may not, I don't know. But I'm not getting no bonding. It's a nice smooth rotation through the column. So I'm going to, next I'm going to move on to getting the seating arrangement straightened away. I got to get Wendy out here now. We got to move some pedals and everything. I want to make the car so it fits her. She had troubles pushing the pedal to the floor, the brake pedal all the way to the floor. So I'm going to modify the brake pedal so she can fit it. So that'll be my next little project. So until next time.